On this channel, I believe in transparency. Unlike other YouTubers, I actually show how much money I make or lose in the month. I also show what stocks that I buy, sell, and all the dividends that I receive. And while typically January is a slower month for our dividend income, it did not stop us from growing our portfolio like crazy this month. This month was a huge month for our dividend portfolio and moving on to the future. And today, I will be providing a full update on all my buys, sells, dividends received, and much more. If you appreciate this transparency, it would mean a lot if you could subscribe. And for some strange reason, there's not a lot of other YouTubers that show their portfolio. Also, join the Discord link in the description to meet other like-minded investors. And of course, roll the intro.
Hello, I like money.
Alright, so I'm not huge on really, celebrating portfolio valuation milestones really, but this month we hit $17,000 invested. Currently our portfolio value is sitting around $17,200. I mean, it's cool, I guess. You can see kind of here that my portfolio has been trending up over the last couple of months, mainly due to the fact that I've been investing more money and obviously the market's been going up. Obviously on this channel we keep buying no matter what the market conditions are, but I think I testified this good uptrend investing more high quality companies, and it's finally nice to see some of my positions going back into the green again. This month we were really heavily carried by Starbucks and Microsoft. Those were two of the positions that really I saw go up in valuation, and in my opinion it really just shows to the fact that you got to stay invested and stay confident in the companies that you know and love, and especially you need to do your research on them. As I mentioned in the intro, we had a great month of portfolio growth, as you guys can see in this graphic here. We can see first and foremost that our portfolio yield this month went from 2.95% to 2.83%. Obviously this is due to the market conditions that our portfolio value has gone up, and to the fact that I've been investing in a lot of lower yield stocks that have higher dividend growth. And while I do love some good juicy yields at times, I do think that it is important for me, considering that I'm young, to invest in some lower yield, higher dividend growth stocks. You guys will see that displayed in the buy segment of today's video. Our estimated monthly annual income went from $35.78 to $36.87. Our investments that pay dividends have stayed the same. I still have 30 positions, even though I sold out of some positions this month and bought some new positions. And lastly, we saw some huge growth in our estimated annual income. We went from $429.35 to $442.41, about a $13 increase, which is very solid considering that I didn't buy a lot of high yielding stocks this month. Obviously a lot of great growth this month, and you guys will see that in the buys right now. Usually the winter months are drier months for me, getting more capital to invest because my summer jobs I just don't straight up have. So right now I'm trying to be really patient with the money that I have and investing it only in great opportunities that I see. To start the month off, I bought 3 shares of Vici at $31.95. I actually just posted a Vici stock review, which is one of the highest quality videos that I've produced so far. The link is in the description. I highly recommend you watch it. Vici owns some of the highest quality properties in Vegas and around the world. In my opinion, they're one of the best REITs to own as well. Along with that, they have a great dividend yield right now at around 4.5% and some very solid dividend growth going around 7%. It's hard to find a company and a REIT with the great dividend growth that they have along with the yield. I think Vici could be a staple in my portfolio at some time, and I'm just trying to build up my position right now so I could really experience the benefits of the compound interest that's going on with the dividends. This year, I'm definitely going to be looking to add Vici to my portfolio. Next, I bought 1 share of Microsoft at $228.48. I thought I got an amazing price for Microsoft here. They reported earnings just after, and they actually are up at $250 right now per share. So I'm up already about $30 on that investment, and I'm up on my Microsoft position overall. This is just another great example of staying confident in the companies that you know the best. With Microsoft, I think it's the highest quality company in the world, so there was no hesitation on my part to buy when it got to these prices. Right now, I own roughly $1,500 worth of Microsoft, and it's one of the largest positions in my portfolio, especially considering that their share price is pretty high right now, and I don't have access to fractional shares yet. I'll only probably be adding to this position if it gets back in the 220s. Right now I'm probably going to halt my buying on Microsoft just because of how much I have in it currently, but don't be surprised if I buy some more if there's another dip. Next, I sold my remaining stake in AT&T at a 2% gain, and I got $282 in capital from that, not including the dividends. Now, I've been known to make a video or 10 about AT&T in the past, and while I do think it still can be a good holding for the long term, it just doesn't make much sense for me to own it. As I mentioned, I really wanted to improve my dividend growth for my portfolio this year, and it just didn't make sense for me to own AT&T. Virtually, AT&T hasn't really grown their dividend at all in like the last 5 years, and while it was a nice income source, the stock price just didn't do anything besides go down. And when I saw an opportunity to sell out of the stock at a gain too, I pounced on it. And look, honestly, I think AT&T served its purpose for me, but in my opinion, it was nothing besides a high-interest savings account for my portfolio. the stock price really didn't go up much, and when I saw the opportunity again when it went up to actually sell out a really solid gain too, it was a solid exit point for me personally. Another shameless plug here, but I actually did make a video going over full detail why I did sell out of AT&T. The link will be in the description. So with this new capital, what did I do? First, obviously I did lose some yield on the AT&T position, so I put that into 2 shares of Altria at $44.69. Not only would I be getting more yield with this Altria position, but I also would be getting some solid dividend growth too, as they just grew their dividend 4%. Also, they just had a really good earnings report, which makes me feel great as a shareholder, and also announced another $1 billion share buyback program, which only makes me more of a shareholder. Obviously, I'm not looking to have a top position in Altria in my portfolio, but if I can build up a sizable position, I think it would be solid. During a recession or tough times, people are just showing that they won't stop smoking on what they're addicted to and stop buying what they're addicting to, which also is the case for Starbucks stock as well, in my opinion. These are the type of companies that I want to buy. Companies with reoccurring customers, companies with great pricing power. These are the companies that I want to own. Also, I bought 1 share of SCHD at $75.73. I hadn't bought any SCHD in a while, and I thought it would just be a good idea to more dollar cost average into the position. SCHD is now a core holding of mine, and I've really enjoyed holding it for now. Right now, my cost per share in SCHD is around $73.50, so anything below that, I will be buying more. And my last buy of the month is a new position that I just opened. The new position is 1 share of Union Pacific at $196.94. Right now, I'm already up 8% on this position, and I literally bought it the perfect time at $196. Union Pacific's really an awesome company. I was researching the stock. They have very monopolistic traits. They have awesome dividend growth from 10 to 15%. This country really relies on railways. If you didn't understand that yet, now you know. This company runs on railroads. And let's be honest here. No new company is going to come in and disrupt the railway industry. I want to build up my position in Union Pacific in 2023 for sure. And with this stock, I'm just getting amazing dividend growth over the long term. Over time, their shares outstanding also go down, so I'm really bullish on this position over the long term. They have great free cash flow growth, great financials, and it gives me some railway exposure, which I didn't have in the past in the portfolio, which is pretty nice to see. As I mentioned, January is a pretty slow month for dividends, but still, we got some sizable dividend payments this month. To start the month off, we got $2.82 from Vici. Over time, I'm looking to see that payment from Vici grow, which is going to be awesome to see. Next, I got $2.39 from Pepsi. Pepsi, I only have 2 shares of. I really should own more. They're on a bit of a dip right now. Join the Discord to see if I actually do buy some Pepsi this month. I don't think I will, but maybe I will. Next, I got $9.92 from Altria. This payment was bigger than I thought it would be. Obviously, Altria has had some solid dividend growth, as I mentioned. And this isn't even accounting for the 2 new shares that I bought, so next payment from Altria will be pretty big, and that $9.92 will be obviously reinvested, and I'm getting about a quarter of a new share of Altria, which is also pretty cool. So you're going to see the snowball effect taking place in that position for sure. And lastly, we got our monthly $3.36 from Realty Income. Realty Income has kind of snuck up on me as a core position in my portfolio. Right now I own roughly $1,000 worth of it. So I'll be looking at my Realty Income in the low 60s for sure. Now I want to recap the month of January personally from my YouTube channel, what I've learned in investing, and more. I mentioned earlier this month that I really wanted to improve my patience as an investor. I think I really have improved my patience, especially when it comes to buying stuff. I've been trying to be more, patient and resourceful with the money that I have right now in my account. Because obviously, as I mentioned, my capital in the winter is much slower than it is in the summer. I think I've really learned to be okay with being patient and waiting for opportunities, but it still doesn't mean that I won't be investing money into the market each month. Right now, I'm also just picturing scenarios where I can put money elsewhere to have it grow better as well. Obviously, you saw that with the AT&T position, and I think I will be getting more money elsewhere with the Altria and the SCHD with I put that money in. Another thing that I've kind of learned with earnings season is that you just got to be patient. Right now with earnings, I haven't bought any stocks like directly off of earnings if they've gone up or down. And it's just for me personally to see where the stock's gonna kind of bottom out at or top out at. I'm really happy with earnings season as well. I'm happy with UPS, Waste Management, and Altria's earnings. I thought those were all very good. UPS hiked their dividend 7%, which was awesome to see. Altria, as I mentioned, had their share buyback program, and Waste Management grew their dividend as well, which is nice to see. Speaking of earnings, let's go into my earnings kind of about YouTube. For this month on YouTube, I give it a B plus A minus. I busted it. I tried to do more than what I usually did. I posted 2 shorts a day for the last couple weeks. I've been doing for earnings content, especially. I've been trying to take advantage of that. And with the videos, obviously, I'm just trying to improve quality right now, and I'm really trying to take time to more learn how I can improve my branding on the videos, how I can improve the quality, etc. Obviously, I made my goal to get monetized by the end of the year, and I do think it is doable, although I am a tiny bit concerned about the watch hours, but I know if I can just get one video to take off, which hasn't happened for me yet, if I can get one video that just takes off for some reason, I'm definitely confident that I can do it. I'm very confident this year that I can get the subscribers to 1,000 easily. I think I could do that. And obviously, this week was very draining for me, but I love draining weeks personally. It just makes the weekend for me so much more rewarding. I love grinding. I love all of it. You got to be patient in the process. Obviously, we haven't took off yet, but you just got to put your head down and work. That's all you can do. I appreciate it if you made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Share the video with somebody that you think would find it valuable. Join the Discord link in the description, 100% free. Join like-minded investors there. And lastly, of course, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a great day.